So before I actually started your reading, I did some intuitive connecting for you, and I got the numbers 15 and 6, as well as yellow and the solar plexus chakra area, which is represented quite nicely by the sun card. Also the word sun, strength, passion, triangle, eye, stomach, and the body. We have plenty of eyes down here, but this card, these cards in particular, have a real focus on the eyes, drawing their attention to you to look at their faces, I think. So we'll start off with the first column, the Queen of Swords, the Sun, and the Holy Spirit. The Queen of Swords often represents an air sign energy, and it can represent an air sign woman, and often of middle-age type area. So this could be someone who you either currently know or in some sort of communication or relationship with. For some of you, it could potentially be a new partner coming in. And often the queens do represent female energy. This could be a partner as in romantic, or it could be a partner as in business as well. Because when we look down under the light, into the light card, which is the sun, it really does energize everything around us. So perhaps something that the Queen of Swords is involved in is being energized or looked after. And especially with the Holy Spirit down here, it says expect miracles. And it talks very much about love. From the Holy Spirit, it says, remember that only love is real. Miracles will occur naturally. Spirit has your back. So for some of you, you might have been either in a situation with someone like the Queen of Swords, so perhaps an air sign person or a rising air sign, where you may have wanted some sort of energy to happen or an event to take place. It might be that she could be a potential employer or employee, or it could be that she is your accountant or lawyer, because they quite often represent that path of life as well. They're very mind-oriented, so they sometimes can be lawyers or tax accountants or something like that. And it could be that you have been wanting something to be finalised through her or her mediation with her. And that these two cards here are very positive alignment, suggesting that action is going to happen and that new conception is coming from this point. So whether or not it's a situation or a relationship that has been stalled or was needing to move forward, or you needed communication, or you were waiting for an event to take place, such as the signing of a document or an agreement, it feels as though that could be happening. For some of you, this could just be a person in your life who it is more of a personal relationship, and it appears that there's some positivity being imbued to this relationship. So whether there have been tense times or it's a person you perhaps haven't seen for a while, it feels as though everything is smoothing out and that there is blessings around it. The light card, which is the sun, is all about new birth, new conception, sometimes of ideas, but sometimes of fertility. So this could be the blending of a series of events that accumulate around this person or this type of energy, this Queen of Swords. So a nice, interesting way to start your month. It does feel as though it involves people around you for sure. We come to the next column and we see the Ace of Wands, then the number 9, which is the Hermit, and then Mother Mary, love and peace. So these first two Keeper of the Light cards down here are offering you love. Very much so. So there does feel to be love around you in the month of April. And it says, let go of the need to be right. Choose peace. Mother healing is possible at this time. So we'll come back up and start up here. The Ace of Wands is often about creative new ideas, new beginnings, new possibilities, passion and fire. It is sometimes about an idea or concept that is coming that is not fully developed. So some of you could have something on your mind about making changes or getting excited about a new idea or project that's in the background. Oftentimes this means that it is still to be finalised and there is still more work to be done on it. Now when we get the Hermit card in here in this mix, it's quite an interesting line if we went through the middle here, quite an interesting row. The Hermit card talks to us about going within to find some answers of some sort, and often seeking quiet time and solitude, as it says there. But when we do these sort of inner journeys, we are often surprised with an outcome or a knowledge or an aha moment, an epiphany, an awakening, an understanding. So perhaps for some of you, you might have a new idea for a project or a possibility in your life or a direction you are taking, but you haven't quite got the whole kit and caboodle all ready to go. So they're possibly suggesting to you to just take some quiet time out and go within, do some journaling or diarising, because I see this book here and I often think it's a really powerful thing to write down our words or our thoughts or our dreams. And when we do this and then we turn back to them a week or two later, they often hold more insight than we had anticipated. So these can be ways of getting through writer's block or stumbling blocks or lack of ideas. And sometimes you've got the ideas, but once you put them down on writing or on paper, they begin to make more sense and you can juggle them around to get more cohesion and bring a whole project together. These two here could also be going in like an event. So the solitude card could be a feeling that you have been either feeling a little left out or wanting to back away from someone around you. And for some of you, this could be a mother. So it could be like a grandmother or a mother figure. Even if a mother has passed over, you might still be having thoughts or feelings about them or unresolved issues that have been going on. So I said grandmothers, didn't I? Stepmothers, mother-in-laws, any of those type of things, because we had the word mother down here and this is Mother Mary. So some of you might have actually either been like wounded a little bit by words that have been said or actions that have been taken, and you might have taken the opportunity to stand back. You might have had your guard up over something interfamily related. And this could be a really good time, especially around this Easter time when we see some of these ascended master energies coming through. They do allow more contemplation of peace and healing. So this could be a really good time for any of you who have had issues around you, especially mothers of one way or another, to either allow for a healing to take place or to just contemplate the love and positive energies that could surround the relationship at a better, level if there was a greater opportunity. So that might be a very personal message for some of you about the mother healing and peace and love and harmony. We come to this third column here and we see the Page of Pentacles reversed. We see the Wheel of Fortune, the Destiny card, and we see green Tara. And that is supreme protection. And it says you are protected. Cords are being cut. Move beyond limitation and trust. And the first card says, remember, Spirit has your back. So if some of you have got yourself into a situation where you have felt threatened or violated, or there has been an abuse of trust one way or another, or you've just been a little bit uncertain about either people in your life or workmates, for instance, or something going on with finances, know that there are some energies backing you up and supporting you and helping you out. So don't be afraid to call on these energies either and to ask for help. You do it privately, obviously. Don't stand out on the main road and start, screaming for Mother Mary to help you. That won't go too well. So you do all these things in a personal, meditative, private state, and you are free to ask for any support and help. The one thing that I advise everyone is, after asking for something, you must always give thanks and gratitude. Because we're dealing with the page up the top, we often refer to that as dealing with finances or money or your career sector. So when the page is reversed, he tends to have a feeling of being overloaded, and like some of you may feel as though you have a heavy workload or you're not stressed a wee bit at work. Some of you might find you thinking, my gosh, I can't get this done, or I feel overwhelmed, or I think I've been given too many tasks to take on board that I haven't been trained for, or the training doesn't exist. These type of feelings could be coming in, and I think it's quite important to ask for support and help if you are feeling in that need or in that way. But the card underneath, because these two are sort of heading into each other, they're heading into the head areas of each other. The Wheel of Fortune is the karmic destiny card, and when it appears, it is telling you that there is likely to be a change occurring, even if it is slow. And it's not so much something that you have invoked, but it's something that the universal timing of your life is just saying cyclically you are ready to move on. I generally find it's a positive card when it turns up, but it can put people off foot. It can make them feel disturbed or not following their usual pattern, because that's how changes take place. Things only really change when we're knocked off kilter or something big comes along and we either have to make a new decision or go in a new direction. So if this is around your work or career or even just your finances, so if you're not working, it might be investments that you have made, or it might be an inheritance you have received, or something along those lines, it feels as though you're feeling either a little bit jittery about it or you're wanting to make changes in it around your life, and you're being propelled into the situation. It's almost like they're pushing a little bit of this stress onto you to help you see the changes that are going to take place. And then you had the green Tara down the bottom saying, well, you've got the protection for these changes that are coming. So don't feel really stressed about it, and don't panic too deeply. The whole cycle is on its way. It's moving. It's turning into something new. And just let go of fear and worry if there are any issues around these financial sectors or jobs or careers or investments. Some of you may have even found that you had been trying to apply for a job or something and haven't had luck right now at this point in time, because that's a possibility with the reversed Page of Pentacles as well. We come to the last row and we see the Two of Pentacles, then we see the Seven of what would be Pentacles, which is patience and planning, and then we see down here Lord Shiva, and he says transcendence, rise up, honour your inner force, steps are being given, dance with the universe, which matches this card here very, very well. I think as the reading moves forward, it's kind of suggestive of them leading you down a path of change, and to just let go of fear and understand that this is an evolution for you, and each step and movement forward is the new you, and it's the only direction we can ever go in life. We can only ever go forward. We can't actually go backwards. So looking back is kind of like a waste of energy anyhow. Focusing more on the present and in the moment is the most powerful way to stay calm and energized and able to make accurate decisions, but also planning into the future as well is obviously logical. The Two of Pentacles refers to the need for balance. Now this sometimes is suggestive of a possible speculation of a job interview. So it feels as though if any of you have been looking, you've either got these bright ideas about a new career or a direction, and you may have put it out to some people, and that's why I said over here it feels as though you've had a bit of a stumbling block, or you need to come back and rejig it, re-extend it and work on a little bit more. Perhaps you've had a couple of no's around you telling you the same thing. Then you come a little bit later into the month and heading into May, sort of your birthday time itself, and you're possibly going, do I, don't I again, juggling money and finances and career opportunities. Some of you may get an offer towards the end of April and heading into May. Some of you may attend a job interview away from your home, and there is a possibility that maybe your job is going to send you travelling, even overseas or to another state or to another country. Possibly temporarily, but possibly there's a chance for gains within your own company or a new company that is actually overseas. This card can often suggest to us maintain balance, especially with finances, because sometimes we can get unexpected bills coming in or unexpected purchases. You might feel like you really want to spend large in April, but the card underneath is saying again, and it's highlighted with this one, patience and planning. So it is asking you to be a little bit cautious with your monetary purchases perhaps, and spending and income, debts and outgoings in April. It would be prudent to sit down with a book again, or your budgetary system, and make sure that you're allowing for what you can afford or what you are planning on spending in the future, especially if you're planning on something like a trip or a house purchase or the sale of something else or buying something. And underneath you were given the final message with Lord Shiva, which was rise up, honour your inner force, steps are being given, dance with the universe. So there's still a final message here, even with this one, about the plans and the changes that are coming, and the new moon or the ecliptical moon may very well have held some pertinent information for you, and that could have come all the way back from February, or it could be insinuating the moon period in and around April, which of course is the Easter period. So some of you may either get really insightful moments, you may get connections with the spirit world, you may get more psychic revelations or revelations. There's no doubt that you're on to something new, and it is coming, and it's going to be a major turning point for a lot of you as the year evolves and as you head in a new direction. So there we are, Taurians. A little bit of patience and planning, definitely with these two, but plenty of love down here. Beautiful love for possibly healing relationships. I've had that message twice for you, kind of in those first two columns. Something to do with the mother. It's either yourself as a mother too, which is a possibility if you've got an issue with your children, and any of you have had like a pulling apart or a separation from them. This could be a really good time to heal child-mother relationships if you're the mother. But don't forget about your own mothers, which is mother, grandmother, great-grandmothers, mother-in-laws, stepmothers, all of those scenarios. There's energy for that at this time of the year. So thanks for listening, everyone. I hope you've really enjoyed the reading. There's some really nice, thoughtful messages for you within this reading, and very supportive as well.